everyone, welcome back to Cheese and Turtles. My name's Imogen. In today's video we are in Sarajevo in Bosnia. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, check out my other travel vlogs including yesterday's from Zagreb, and let's get into the video. So today we are in Sarajevo and we are going to take a walk around and look at the sights, so I hope you'll join me for that. And the first one is really a very historically important site and I'm just coming up on it, so let me show you. This is the Eternal Flame, which is a World War II memorial honouring the Bosnian victims of the war. And as you can see, what we've got here is a flame. It kind of does what it says. So this flame burns constantly, and it's a reminder of all the people who died, and a special way to remember them. And it's right in the heart of the city, so there's kind of main roads on either side. Well, this one's a pedestrian area, but this is like right in the heart of the city, so it's a place that a lot of people pass by every day. So very well positioned and a really interesting piece of history. Obviously, this is the second place I wanted to show you, just up the street. It is the Pijaka Makale, I believe it's called, food market, and this is just kind of a standard produce market with lots of fruit and flowers. So I like markets. I just find them kind of comforting and interesting to wander around. That was a cool little market. As you saw, quite a lot of the stalls were closed because I think it's like more fully open during the week. Actually, a heads up for those of you who don't know, and I'm glad I looked this up because I did not know this, a lot of stuff in Sarajevo is closed on a Sunday. So if you are planning to come and look around, and going to things which are open rather than just taking a walk is important to you, you should probably come on a different day, because I just kind of expected stuff to be open and it's not. And I did look it up, but stuff like supermarkets even not open on a Sunday. I actually haven't seen a single supermarket that was open since I got here. Other stuff like attractions is closed as well. That doesn't bother me because I just wanted to have a walk around. The supermarket thing does, so I brought snacks. But yeah, in case you were not aware, that is a little heads up. But the market was like semi-open and very cool produce. So yeah, I liked it. I'm on my way to show you a really cool clock tower, but in the meantime, I just needed to show you the Sacred Heart Cathedral, which is this sort of Gothic 19th century Catholic church, which I was literally just walking past and I saw it and I thought, oh, I wonder what that is. So yeah, it's a church, and it looks kind of cool. So here it is. I did have a brief look around because apparently you're supposed to be able to like go inside and there's murals and stained glass and stuff, but I either couldn't find the way in, so I may be stupid, or it is actually closed and all the doors I tried are like, so I don't know. But at least the outside is cool. The outside is cool. We have arrived. This is the old Sarajevo clock tower. It's a 17th century clock tower that's been restored, and it actually runs on lunar time. So you can see we've got a gilt face up here which shows the time, and it is just really impressive. It really stands out in this part of town, and it's essentially synced to Muslim prayer cycles. So it's a religious clock, but it's also a very historical one. So often, if you've watched my other videos, you will see that the two things very often go hand in hand. But yes, this is actually one of the things that I was most looking forward to about coming to Sarajevo, because it's just so unique. Like, I haven't seen a lunar clock anywhere else in any like other country or city that I've traveled to. So this is something that was quite like kind of a one-off, and so I really wanted to see it, and it is just as cool as I imagined. And then just across the street from the tower, so we've literally got the tower there, this is the Gazi Huzref Beg Mosque, which was completed in the 1500s, and it's actually one of the largest and oldest mosque complexes in the Balkans. So this is fascinating, and it's literally right next to the tower. So if you want to come to this part of town, you can just see the two at the same time. This is a really walkable city, as I've discovered. My walk from the bus station this morning was absolutely lovely, and they also have a little water fountain down there as well. As you can see, other tourists can make use of it as well. It's a public water fountain. So yes, this is one of the largest, and it actually opens at 9 o'clock. It's not open yet, but I'm able to show you the outside. A bit of a theme here. Sorry guys, it's early, but I had to avoid the worst of the heat. Even though it's not open yet, I've managed to find a little window, so I've been able to give you a little view into the courtyard. This is what it looks like inside. Really stunning. Absolutely love it. It looks so pretty. Lots of mosques in this quarter of town. Here's another one. This is Sebilj, which is a fountain, and it was built in the 18th century, I believe. And as you can see, water, and it is made pretty much entirely of wood. And I love the delicate detailing here, which is just kind of a theme in the area. Now, this area is called Baskashia, and it is an old sort of market, and we are gonna go and have a look around, but essentially it is full of like restaurants, cafes, and this sort of ornate wood paneling is kind of a theme throughout. Again, there's another mosque tower. So yeah, this is like the center, like the heart of historic Sarajevo. Let's take a little walk. I'm not gonna lie, half the fun when I solo travel is sometimes just messing around a little bit. Like, obviously I'll have an itinerary, but I will sometimes just kind of go, that street looks cool, I'm gonna go and see what's there. And you can do this to an extent when you travel with other people, but it's a lot easier when you solo travel because you can kind of just follow your own. This is why I'm not a big fan of guided tours, right? Basically, I don't like people telling me where to go. I like to be able to explore on my own terms, whether that's like my own itinerary or me being spontaneous. I don't know. That's just a little rant on travel and solo travel. But isn't this street lovely? Really cool. I'm sort of walking up a hill here because I have a hunch that there might be a good view. Let's see. My hunch was correct. That is so pretty. I love how you can see the town, and then you can see on the hillside the sort of other buildings, and then you've got these lights in the middle, flowers, cobblestones. This is stunning. This is really pretty. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, Sarajevo's in a valley, which I'm literally showing you on the screen right now, so I don't know why I thought you wouldn't know. But yes, I really like this view. It's so pretty. I'm really glad I walked up here. I believe this is the back of Sarajevo City Hall. I'm going to go around the front and see if I am actually correct. I was in fact correct. This is Sarajevo City Hall, and I have been standing here with my jaw hanging open for the last 5 minutes because this might be the single prettiest city hall that I have ever seen. Apparently it was built in the 1800s. Look at the level of detailing on that. Just look at the level of detailing. I can't imagine how long it must have taken to do each of those individual details, and how many people must have been involved in the design and production of this facade on the front. And it's also beautiful around the back, as you saw from the last clip. And yeah, it still hosts government events. They host concerts here. So this is a really key part of the heart of the city. And again, absolutely stunning. I love the contrast on the brickwork. I love the detailing. This might be my favorite monument, although the lunar clock tower was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, there's a lot of strong contenders here, but I think this is absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna just stand here and admire it for like, I'm gonna stand here and admire it until I am done, which might be a while, so I'll cut off the clip here, otherwise this is gonna be like half the vlog. This is actually one of the big lessons that I've learned from travel, is the way that it surprises you, right? And sometimes when you most need it, because I'm not gonna lie, at the end of yesterday I was feeling a bit just, not bad, but like I think I was just tired, because travel can be a little overwhelming at times, especially as an introvert. I'm someone who's like social battery, or battery for like being outside and doing things, gets drained quite quickly. So solo travel is actually quite a big challenge for me, especially the way I do it, where I see a lot of things in quite a short time, and obviously I'm on camera, I'm talking, I'm filming, so it can be quite a challenge. And I was feeling quite tired yesterday, and so I was like, this morning I was a bit like, you know, but I am so glad that I'm here and I'm filming this, and this just goes to show that you literally never know what an experience is going to be like until you try it out. Okay, so never go into it, well, okay, I'm not going to say never go into anything with any expectations, because that's impossible. We have expectations of everything all of the time. But they're not kidding when they say that travel makes you more open-minded, because I think I've definitely learned to relax more since I started solo traveling, because I am aware that, like, in the past, whenever there was a surprise in my life, I assumed it was going to be bad, but I've learned through experience that surprises can often be good, because I've just had so many good surprises. And don't get me wrong, I've had bad ones too, but actually the proportion of surprises, generally much more good than bad. And that's been a really valuable life lesson in general. For me, I just said generally like 4 times, but you get the point, right? You know, travel can be draining, but also it could be recharging. And I think that's really cool. I mentioned this area has quite a lot of mosques. This was built in the 14 to 1500s. It's the Emperor's Mosque, and it is one of the oldest places of worship in Sarajevo. So thought I would include that for your interest. This is the Latin Bridge. Now, this is another thing that I really wanted to visit on my Sarajevo itinerary. And the reason for this is that I am standing right near the site of the 1914 assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Now, Archduke Franz Ferdinand is known primarily for 2 things. Firstly, there is a band named after him who, fun fact, I've seen in concert. They're very good. Secondly, less fun fact, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was the catalyst for the beginning of World War I. So yeah, those are the 2 main things that Franz Ferdinand is known for. And here is right near where he was actually assassinated. So that is an extremely historic little piece of architecture slash area slash facts. So this was definitely one of the things also in my whole like Europe itinerary overall that I thought that I definitely have to visit. Like, this is a bucket list item. Hello. Oh, you are so small. Oh, hi baby. Yeah. You're just chilling, aren't you? You are so pretty. How are cats so photogenic? Drop your answers in the comments. I don't know how they do it. Cover star material. Oh, look who it is. Yes, hello. I feel like I have found your child. Your child is like... Is that your kitten? Are you vibing with that? Oh, look at you. Hi. You're so friendly. Oh my god. You're chatty as well, huh? Nope, don't eat my shoelaces. Okay. Nice to meet you too. Alright, it's a little later on and it's come to the point in the day where I share my thoughts on the city and kind of wrap up the vlog. So I just want to start this section by saying I was absolutely floored by Sarajevo. I absolutely loved it. Like, this is easily a top 5 destination of the ones I've seen this year so far. Easily. Like, I had positive expectations because I knew it was a really historical site and lots of cool stuff to see, but I vastly underestimated how cool the cool stuff was going to be. So like, yeah, I've just been walking around all morning going, wow. And like, I'm amazed, like genuinely, I can't stop smiling. It's actually been so amazing. So if anybody from Sarajevo or from Bosnia is watching, thank you so much for letting me visit your beautiful city and country, because I had literally an amazing time. Safety rating, 10 out of 10. I did not have one creepy encounter at all. Everybody is super respectful, incredibly like warm and friendly, but they will respect your personal space. Something I noticed in Sweden and Finland as well, actually. Like, people are incredibly respectful of your personal space. Nobody was like mean or weird or rude to me. Everybody been absolutely lovely, and I just felt really safe here. Everything seems to be just so stunning to look at and historic, and there's so many points of interest, and I took so many cool photos. Like, I was an absolute like textbook tourist. I was walking around with my phone going like, that looks cool and that looks cool and that looks cool. If you have been to Sarajevo, you should come back. If you haven't been, what are you doing? Because you are gonna have an amazing time. I would definitely recommend coming in like the early morning if you're gonna go in the summer, because it definitely like warmed up as it got through the day. And I think that the walking around and seeing the sights, even though it's like very walkable, is easier in the early morning because it's obviously a lot cooler. So that's the thing that I would recommend if you're gonna come in like the summer. But genuinely guys, I had such an amazing time in Sarajevo, genuinely. I'm in such a good mood. Anyway, I have to go now, but thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, make sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and come to Sarajevo. I will see you in the next vlog. All right, bye.